The bank teller stares in shock at the note the man hands over. It clearly says, "I have a bomb."
What do you want me to do?
Trigger the alarm.
The alarm, really?
Yes, ma'am.
At this moment, the manager notices the strange look on the teller's face. She instantly realizes something is very wrong. She quickly stands up and starts evacuating the customers and staff. Brian happens to see this scene, but he does not try to stop her. Instead, he signals for everyone uninvolved to leave, leaving only the teller and the manager behind. The teller is so nervous, she cannot clearly explain the situation to the police on the phone. Seeing this, Brian directly jumps over the counter. The move startles the teller. Brian immediately apologizes, then begins talking to the police himself.
I have a bomb, and basically I'm gonna kill myself and everybody in here. My demands are not met.
The police realize how serious the situation is and ask him what he wants. Brian tells them, someone has stolen his disability benefits. He just wants his own money back.
Okay, my officers are asking if you let the employees leave the bank. Brown.
Brian promises the police, as long as everyone stays calm, no one will get hurt. To calm the two people in front of him, he quietly tells the teller, if he were really going to detonate the bomb, he would let them leave first. These words ease the teller and the manager a little. However, during further communication with the police, Brian suddenly becomes alert. They ask what color clothes he is wearing. This likely means the police are trying to locate him for a sniper. Brian immediately hangs up, quickly destroys the cameras inside, to stop the police from tracking his position. Then he pulls down all the blinds around him, blocking the sniper's line of sight. At the same time, a large number of armed officers gather outside the bank. Seeing this, Brian quickly grabs the phone and hides.
I'm sorry. How much money do you need, sir? I can get it for you.
I don't want the bank's money. I just want the cash.
It turns out, Brian was once a Marine. After being injured, he was forced to retire early and could no longer work normally, so he received a disability allowance. But when he went to the veterans office, planning to withdraw the money to survive, the staff casually made an excuse and refused to pay him. This completely enraged Brian. In anger, he gets into a fierce argument with the staff and is eventually thrown out by two security guards. He risked his life for the country, only to end up like this. At that moment, the seed of hatred begins to take root in Brian's heart. On his way home, his daughter calls him, asking if he bought the puppy yet. Brian had promised his daughter that once he got the allowance, he would buy her a puppy, but now he has to break that promise. In despair, a terrifying thought flashes through his mind. Using the knowledge he learned in the military, he makes a simple remote-controlled bomb, carefully hides it in his backpack, and then the opening scene happens. Meanwhile, several gunshots suddenly ring out outside. Brian instinctively shields the teller with his body, while repeatedly apologizing. If he had not been pushed to the edge, how could someone like him commit a crime? The manager also realizes Brian does not seem to want to hurt them. She gathers the courage to talk to him. Her ex-husband once faced a similar situation, and as far as she knows, this is not an isolated case, because there are many homeless veterans in Atlanta. She and her son have brought supplies to them. They cannot get their veterans pay, and the country does not take care of them, so they end up on the streets. They once fought for the country, but were abandoned by society in the end. She cannot understand it, and then tries to comfort Brian.
I see you love your family. Maybe if you let us out, we'll tell them how good you've been to us.
These words leave the manager speechless. Brian knows very well that she is only trying to soften his heart, so he will let them go. But he cannot do that yet. This is his only bargaining chip, to draw wider attention. Brian calls the TV station and tells them what is happening. After receiving the news, a female reporter quickly informs her boss and sets up a camera for a live broadcast. Brian tells the reporter he is a highly decorated Marine who was deployed to Iraq twice and was eventually forced to retire due to injury. But when he tried to claim his disability benefits, he was told the money was gone. Everything he is doing is to let the whole world see this, so the government will take it seriously and give all veterans hope. The police outside also hear Brian's demands, so the officer in charge of negotiations immediately calls Brian. The officer was also once in the military, so the negotiation goes fairly smoothly. Brian even feels that the officer truly understands him, so he tells him the whole story. After hearing it, the officer agrees to give Brian the money, but Brian insists on cash only and demands that it be delivered by someone from the veterans office. The officer agrees.
How much money does the VA owe you?
$892.34.
The amount even shocks the officer. He never expected someone would steal just over $800 from a veteran. Then, the officer asks if Brian needs anything else.
Maybe some smoke. Okay, I can do that.
The officer agrees and says he will personally bring it. After hanging up, he immediately goes to the supermarket. At this moment, Brian also makes a compromise. He lets the teller go get him some chewing gum, and then she can leave. But unexpectedly, the teller refuses because she does not want to leave the manager alone. This leaves the manager speechless. With no choice, Brian lets both of them stay. Then he goes to the bathroom alone and calls his daughter. Brian knows he is not going back, so he wants to hear his daughter's voice one last time. While Brian is away, the manager tries to escape with the teller.
He comes back out. He will shoot me.
Yeah, come on, we've been seeing it by now.
Rosa, come on. I can't.
You're the one supposed to be free.
Bitch, come on now.
But the teller is so nervous that she loses control, so the manager has to give up. At the same time, after finishing the call, Brian returns to the main hall. Meanwhile, the sniper outside also notices Brian. Before the officer can deliver the chewing gum, a gunshot suddenly rings out. The police rush into the bank, rescue the terrified teller and manager. Then they use a robot to take Brian's backpack. Looking at Brian lying on the ground, tears fill the officer's eyes. He is still holding the chewing gum he never got to deliver. His heart is heavy. At this moment, a staff member tells him there is no bomb in the backpack. Only then does the officer truly realize that everything Brian did was simply to get back the justice he deserved.